Hey, so, e-girls? They get a lot of hate. Whether that's TikTok, Tumblr, OnlyFans, or what I want to focus on, Twitch.
Oh no!
A lot of the criticism is actually kind of fair, targeting streamers that toe the line of what constitutes sexual content on Twitch. Vague enough to pretend that it's not, but taking advantage of viewers for which it clearly is. And personally, I don't care. IMO, if it's allowed on the platform, do what you do. And a lot of these critics actually agree with me.
I don't blame these girls one bit for doing this, man.
They understand that these girls are just doing the best with what they've got. So instead, they blame the platform and the viewers that pay for it.
And while you may not like it, remember, the onus is kind of on Twitch to enforce the rules.
It's not their fault. It's the losers who watch them fall. That's whose fault it is.
But the problem is what could be valid criticism of the platform gets taken and turned into something else. Slut shaming.
The fucking goddamn same sluts that rejected us, the same sluts that chose the
And the general distaste for one section of e-girls gets watered down to the point where criticism is now being leveled at the entire Just Chatting section.
I will never understand why people watch this section of Twitch, and
what's hard when talking about this is that general thoughts toward these girls vary widely in severity and scope. So I want to try to tackle several different angles. But how about we start with a defense of Just Chatting? Look, I get it. At first glance, Just Chatting seems kinda weird. And it's easy to think the girls on this side of Twitch are exploiting the sad and lonely. And while I'm sure the sad and the lonely might be drawn here, Just Chatting satiates a much wider audience. And to see this, all we have to do is turn to some Just Chatting streamers that are definitely not e-girls.
Hey XQC and chat, love you all so much. Thank you.
Take a look at Mitch Jones, or Mizkif, or XQC. I don't see anyone claiming that their donors are sad, lonely simps, yet they making hella bank. What the fuck? Because Just Chatting is like everything else.
What are you doing, homie?
It's entertainment.
No! Get out of here! What are you what the?
And believe it or not, fam, regardless of what Christopher Hitchens says, women, they funny, bro.
Oh, fuck, okay, that's my bad. I'm almost out of balloons. Why is my voice still high-pitched? What is my real voice? Wait, is my voice still high-pitched? No, it's not. Wait, no, it is. Wait, is it? Wait, is it? Where is it? Wait, what the fuck?
You want roasts? Cuties got you.
I mean, if we're talking about sex dolls, I mean, Candy has a lot in common too, because they're both plastic and they have no brain.
Oh my god!
You want crass humor? Girl with Yellow Spoon rivals even the likes of Moist Critical.
Imagine if you had sex with a girl you meet online, and you take off her pants and her underwear, and it's just the entire cast of The Office is like tattooed over like the pussy area. You're like, you got the whole fucking cast. You even got like side characters from like one episode. Asian Jim's on there.
Because these girls' appeal is the same as Mizkif, Mitch, or any other streamer. Sure, being attractive helps, but primarily they're just funny and fun to be around.
So I have a little bit of...
Of course, we can't forget what may be even more important than the streamers themselves. Because sure, it can seem really weird that anyone would decide to watch some random person on the internet talk about random stuff for hours on end. But you're forgetting one key detail. The community. One of the reasons it's so hard to start a channel on YouTube or Twitch is because a huge aspect of any creator's content will always be the community, but starting out, it doesn't exist yet. There are these series of VODs where Joseph Anderson plays Danganronpa, and my roommate absolutely loves them. And the main reason he enjoys it is because of that stupid chat. The emotes, the memes, the hype. It's fun to be part of the community and watch as different memes build and grow over time.
I don't have ADHD. We're not bringing up this meme again, chat. I would have been diagnosed with it by now.
And this community extends beyond Twitch. Streamers know of how important this is, so they'll foster discords, where fans can get to know them better off stream, connect with other viewers that have similar interests, or just play around and make some memes. But this massive part of streaming just gets forgotten in the criticism. And the result is that a lot of the discourse around these girls centers around the streamers and the simps who pay them. But somehow pretends like these hundreds, sometimes thousands of other viewers just don't exist. Viewers that don't pay nada. It's discourse like this that makes me sad, that paints these girls like they're predators exploiting lonely men. So let's get some things straight. No one has to pay a single cent. The ones who enjoy the content and feel like they want to support it, spend maybe $5 on a sub.
It's time to stop! No more!
Guava smoothie. Thank you so much for the 2 months, Guava. Thank you.
$5 a month. Pretty cheap. The ones who spend more than that, the so-called simps,
Thank you so much for the fucking 20 gifted subs though. I got a bit off track there.
they don't spend that much because they're simps. They spend that much because they can afford it. Believe it or not, different people have different incomes. And when you make enough money, there's only so much you can buy with it. And some of these people just feel like this streamer, who's nice, funny, and fosters a welcoming community, maybe that streamer deserves a little extra. Of course, yes, there will always be viewers that spend more than they can afford, that think they can buy the streamer's attention. But alcoholics exist, and we don't ban alcohol. You can't blame the streamers for viewers being irresponsible with their money. Oh, but no, the streamer has her boobs out, you say. Well, let's talk about that. Okay, sure. Some girls might be using their bodies to incentivize views and donos. Again, I don't care. This is just smart. Kudos to them for making the most of what they've got. But, some people don't see it that way.
With their titties out, with their pussies out, with their goddamn motherfucking yoga pants on, with their asses squatting, with their motherfucking tits in their faces, asking for donations.
Okay, my issue with Trainwrecks here is that he's shaming the girls when he should be criticizing the platform. And while consciously he's criticizing the edge streamers, notice the underlying criticisms.
With their goddamn motherfucking yoga pants on, with their motherfucking tits in their faces.
Yoga pants on? Titties in their face? These things, lil booty, cleavage, aren't inherently sexual. A, yoga pants are goddamn comfy, but B, what's wrong with a girl wanting to look nice? Everyone wants to look nice. It's like calling a guy a slut when he wears a button-up shirt. I mean, sure, some of the ladies getting a little excited. Oh, yeah. But button-up shirts aren't inherently sexual. And I know what Train's counterpoint would be, that he's not talking about the girls that just want to look nice, but the problem is, that's not what people hear. As a result, there are a whole lot of people thinking that showing cleavage or wearing tight clothes is shameful or selling out. It's not. Fuck that. Yes, dressing nice does help for girls on Twitch. Because looking nice is the clickbait thumbnail of Twitch. You might not personally like the overly emotional faces, the red circles, the arrows, the big font, but this is the game. You can't hate the YouTubers for playing it. Just like you can't hate the girls for playing this one. If a YouTuber or a streamer doesn't want to play this game, they don't have to, but it's gonna be a lot harder. But at the same time, just having a good clickbait thumbnail isn't gonna get a YouTuber watch time, is it? Because if the thumbnail is good, but the content is bad, viewers are gonna click on, and then click off. To actually keep viewers, you need personality.
Would you guys fuck to this song? Okay, this could actually be really good sex though. You know, they're taking it out. You touch it, you stroke it down, it starts getting hard, and it's just slowly, just slowly, you know?
But if the content is good, yet the streamer wears hoodies or has no face cam at all,
I just wanna be a fucking Tony, man. I just wanna be a fucking Tony.
the viewers might be lower, but they're more likely to stay, come back later, or donate. My point is that dressing nice helps get in viewers, but you have to back it up with content. And most of these girls do. But unfortunately, playing the game does have its price. Now, believe it or not, it is okay to whack your knob off to your favorite Twitch streamer. What's not okay is going over to their chat and making them feel uncomfortable. And I know it might sound stupid, But the fact is, not everyone has your godlike nerves of steel. Constant awful comments hurt, fam. I still remember when Patrick said my game idea was stupid in 2nd grade. I can't imagine what it's like to have 60 comments an hour about how your boobs are too big, or how you'd look nicer with more makeup, or how slutty you are. That shit adds up.
I don't think chat realizes. Like, I'll be sitting there playing Mario. Like, someone will just come in and be like, who's this ugly bitch? Like, literally that's all they'll say. And you're like, okay, cool, banned, whatever. You know, like, let's just move on. I'm playing a video game. Like, why are my looks part of this conversation? And then a few minutes later, somebody else comes in and like, oh, she looks stupid. Or like, and it's just like a constant like banging over the head to the point that I'm like, well, I need to end stream. Like, I can't do it anymore.
And no, a girl showing a little cleavage does not mean she's no longer allowed to police sexual comments. Believe it or not, streamers can ban anyone they want for any reason they want.
Who said that? Who said that? I just dropped my sandwich because of you. Who said that? You're getting banned.
It's their community. And maybe you're thinking that being a girl on Twitch is such easy money they shouldn't complain. But is it really? I'ma be real, fam. It's not as easy as it seems. It might seem easy when they're coasting at 1,000 viewers, but you don't see the streamers that grind every day, sitting in the single digits.
Sometimes I have 1 viewer, sometimes I have 7, but you know, which is amazing, and I feel like it's an improvement. Sometimes I have 2 viewers and it's completely fine. I'm not trying to get to 100 viewers in a week, because I know that's not gonna work.
Because starting out streaming is terrifying. If you're not serious, it's gonna be really hard to grow. And if you are serious, it's a hefty investment. Firstly, you have to buy a nice camera and a nice mic, but more importantly, you have to invest a butt-ton of time. You have to set up donations, get text-to-speech to work. You have to figure out how OBS runs, or how to post the chat on the screen. Sure, these things are easy once they're set up, but like, I don't know how to do any of these. I have no idea where I'd start. And when you're all ready, you have to sink thousands of hours and hours and hours in. Despite that, starting out, you have no viewers and make no money. And there's no guarantee you ever will. You could sink thousands of dollars worth of money and time and never get that paid back. But for the ones that do, that actually start to be successful, it's an easy job, right? I mean, they just sit in a chair all day and make free money. Sounds easy, right? You realize you've just described a basic desk job, right? Most people don't dream of having a basic desk job. Okay, sure, it's a little better than a desk job, but my point is, these streamers put in mad hours. Many of them put in more than 40 hours a week. But despite the hours they put in, others keep trying to bring them down, saying that it's unfair, that they get to be successful just for being a cute girl. Like I've said, there's a lot more that goes into it. But yeah, sure, being attractive is unfair. You're right. Kind of like how a 7-foot-tall basketball player can put the same amount of effort in as a 5-foot-tall player, but have far more success. Yeah, biggie boobies will have an advantage over itty titties. Or no titties. That's capitalism. If you don't like it, you should have simped harder for Bernie. And by the way, a huge reason why these girls look so nice is not because they're genetically gifted, but because they're cosmetically gifted. They putting in the work, dog. It takes a lot of time to put on makeup. And some people might say, every girl does this, it doesn't mean anything. You do know girls can put different amounts of makeup on, right? And a lot of girls will even get praised for not wearing makeup when they actually are. It's just a lot lighter. And what looks nice IRL might be very different from what looks nice in camera. And honestly, if you spent as much time putting on makeup as girls do every morning, you'd probably look pretty damn hot too. Because I think these girls deserve a lot more praise than they get. A lot of what looks easy takes a lot of effort behind the scenes. And this is true of every creator you see, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, or whatever.
You were thinking I died, bitch, surprise, I still got them double thick thighs.
Okay, but what about the girls that might actually deserve the hate? Because there will always be some bad apples in the bunch. So I want to look into some of the girls that have received a lot of hate in the past and see how much merit there is in it. Let's start with some easy ones.
I don't know. What are you doing with your life where you have hours of time to watch Twitch and not $5 to provide for the content that you're watching?
What you mean to say is, I'm so irresponsible with my money, I can't support the entertainment that I enjoy.
$5 a month!
Okay, not gonna lie, they kinda dumb. Telling viewers that they're obligated to spend money is never gonna fly well. However, the discourse around this is not very smart, so let's clarify. No one is obligated to pay a single cent, and you never will be. But for a lot of these girls, this is their job. And while it is every bit of a real job as being an accountant, firefighter, or burger flipper, the income is far more variable, which can make it kinda stressful when the income is low. This doesn't make it okay to beg, but hopefully it's a little more understandable. Because if this is their job, then the content isn't free. Someone else is paying for you. This makes you a mooch, denotatively. And that's fine. I've never spent anything on streamers. With that said, Bad Bunny's dumb, and V's channeling some real condescending Karen vibes. But how about we turn to some controversy that might be a bit worse? Let's talk about Caterino. This situation is bizarre, but the end result is Kate cheated on her boyfriend twice while leading on, intentionally or not, call me Carson. Cheating is bad. Leading someone on is bad. But most of the hate just centered around, you guessed it, slut-shaming.
What a whore.
But the real worst of it all is the god-awful "she belongs to the streets" meme. You do realize this is calling a girl a prostitute just for sleeping with a few guys. That she's used, unwanted, dirty. That ain't it, fam. If you thought it was funny, that's okay, but please stop. It's cringe, it's outdated, and no girl will want to date you. Let's be real, fam. Early 1920 wants its archaic sexist views back. We in the year 2020. Sleeping around is totally fine, for both girls and guys. Life is short, go out and enjoy it. But slut-shaming? Just ain't it, fam. And even if you don't agree with me, even if you think slut-shaming is totally cool, cringy weirdo, you have to at least acknowledge that the amount of hate she got is too far. When that kind of hate can lead to this.
But I can't do that anymore. Because you guys need to know that the shit you guys do and the shit you guys say really affects people. Okay? Like, you guys have no idea how many times I've wanted to kill myself. How many times I've spent my entire night trying to figure out how I was gonna end my life.
This isn't Caterino. This is Alinity. But she's received the same amount of hate. Okay, probably more. And when she just couldn't take it anymore, finally people started to think to themselves, yeah, maybe pushing someone this far is bad. Now understand that it's okay to get angry, and it's okay to voice your opinions online. I'm just asking that you be a bit more careful and a bit more empathetic. Because those of you who only ever tune in for the drama, you only see the worst sides of people. Streamers put their entire lives online. Of course some of that is gonna be bad. But you don't see when she's just gaming.
Oh my god, I did it!
Or laughing.
Look at his booty.
Or inspiring.
The animals are leaving. The aliens aren't contacting us. We might be alone. It just might be you and me. But that's okay, because do you really need anyone else?
Or doing whatever the fuck this is.
And the bodies in the floor. Bodies. And the bodies in the floor. And the bodies in the...
Because when you're angry over something, justified or no, you don't see the big picture. You don't know what they have to put up with every day, and you don't know the shit that they've had to deal with in their lives. And a lot of people kind of shoo away girls complaining about harassment. But broskies, you don't fucking get it. Obviously, everyone gets harassment, but it happens to them so much more and so much worse. Big trigger warning, by the way. This is a real comment, not just a random tweet, but a direct reply to a girl's story about how she's been sexually abused multiple times over her life. This is disgusting. Guys do not have to face this. I know it's easier to feel like sexism's dead and gone, but it's not. And the evidence is right here in the Twitch community. I didn't plan on talking about this. I still don't want to. But I don't think it'd be honest of me if I didn't. Because if I'm gonna make a video about girls on Twitch, how can I not talk about what they have to face behind the scenes? If you don't know, a wave of girls on Twitch have recently come out with their stories of sexual harassment and abuse involving other large streamers and esports organizations. And it's sickening how many of them there are. Obviously, the abuse itself is horrible. But what's also awful is the mentality behind it. That these girls aren't peers or competitors. They're commodities. Things to be used, manipulated, taken advantage of for having aspirations, and then thrown away. Being a girl on Twitch is not as shiny and easy as a lot of people want to think it is. It's not a cult, the viewers aren't brainwashed virgins, the girls aren't cold-blooded succubuses, and neither are they goddesses above us. They're just people. Maybe we should treat them like it.
I've got blizzards in my bathtub, I've got vomit on my floor, I've got pop-up in my mouth, I smell it as I leave my door, I've got 3 cans of Four Loko just to go and see your face, going through it every weekend just to steam and leave my plate. It's really just a doggo feeling shy about their teeth. I'm walking feeling full, I might just catch a falling leaf. I'll catch it in my mouth and I'll refuse to tear it up. I'll take it home and put it on my table in a cup. I'll notice it looks good, can text it on an empty shit. I'll clean it just a little just to show it to my friend. I'll notice that they're leaving when they leave their bags unpacked. They say it's nothing major and they promise to be back.
I'll say it's personal, cause I find I can do anything. I don't need you. I don't need you.
Bye 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 bye.